I slept like 3 hours last night, maybe less. And this was not consecutive sleep. This was maybe 20 minutes, 40 minutes, added up 3 hours tops. I don't know why I couldn't sleep. I didn't drink caffeine late. I didn't do anything. I was tired. I ran like too much yesterday. I overdid it. I thought I was going to sleep like crazy, and I just laid there awake as fuck. And I gave up after a while. I did look at my phone after hours, though. Yeah, I'm going to look at my phone. The thoughts before going to sleep, going on for hours, you got to stop. Let me break it up. I'm going to look at the phone. And that probably kept me up too. So my fault, but it was 4:30 in the morning by the time I looked at my phone. And that did make it worse. Don't look at your phone when you're trying to sleep. I knew that, but it was the siren song, like in the Odyssey, the movie, and the book. It was a book before it was a movie. Not a lot of people know that. Okay, I'm going to go right to the news. I'm tired. I can't fucking think. I already saw this. Tim Curry, rest in peace. Tim Curry, star of Rocky Horror Picture Show, dies aged 80. That's the two. There's a third coming. Yesterday, Dolly Parton, 80. Tim Curry, 80. That is just crossing the finish line, in my opinion, into good run territory, is 80. He had a good life. He did a lot of cool shit, a lot of great work. And he was real sick at the end. I just remember seeing a picture of him the other day, and he did not look great. So, yeah, once again, rest in peace, Tim Curry. And Dolly Parton again, because you're part of the three. 2 stars this big might just be a 2. We might be done. There might not be a third. Well, more famous people will die, and people in general. There will be deaths today. Not to bum anybody out. I know, it sucks, but it is part of what's going to happen today. College student fatally shot by Pennsylvania police was at the wrong house. Went to the wrong house. Sometimes you get shot by a crazy person that says, oh, you came up my driveway looking for a different address to deliver a pizza. Now I'm going to kill you because I feel threatened. This dude went to the wrong house. They called the police, as I guess you're supposed to. If you feel threatened by somebody approaching your house, you don't go out there and shoot them. And they called the police. Hey, can you come here and shoot this guy? We don't know who he is. And the police said, sure. And they went and shot him. And he was just looking for a different address, unarmed, not threatening. They just said, hey, look, a guy, shoot him. So I think that police officer is probably filling out his application to become an ICE officer right now. Fake U.S. think tank set up and funded by Israel sought to game AI for propaganda. Is it illegal to make a fake think tank? Because I would like to do that. That sounds like something I could do. And then I could just say I work for this think tank, but it's fake. It doesn't exist. I just made it up. But I won't be trying to make Israeli propaganda. I would just be telling people I work at a think tank. Am I even clear on what a think tank is? The Cato Institute, one of those types of things where they write laws and make Congress people take them to the floor, and they're funded by who, like the Koch brothers or somebody like that. Are the Koch brothers still alive, or are they in hell now? They must be in hell now, but there's a whole family there funding some bullshit. I don't know if they funded Cato Institute. This fake think tank, though, with the AI Israeli propaganda, that sounds, who is that even for? That's for people who are already pro-Israel that want to kind of have something to hold on to when there's a lot of news that says, hey, maybe rethink that, That has to be what it's like. Facebook memes that weird family members text to everybody else in the family. Say, look at this. I told you. And when somebody tells them that it's fake, it makes them believe it even more. South Korea police find 4 bodies on Jeju Island as missing person scandal deepens. Is there a serial killer in South Korea? I don't know if that's a thing that they have over there. It feels so American, serial killer. There's got to be serial killers all around the world, but I think we invented it. I think America invented it. Not to take too much credit, they probably not. Well, Jack the Ripper, serial killer. So I guess America didn't start it. Okay, that's good though. I don't want it to be an American thing. Serial killers are bad. I've said it many times. I'm not afraid to say that serial killers are bad. And they got one in South Korea, maybe. Chinese teens are turning to mind numbing drugs to run away from reality. Is there another purpose for mind numbing drugs? It's to run away from reality. That's why everybody does them. Teens and adults agree. Mind numbing drugs take you away from reality. I'm surprised you can get them in China. I would think they'd have it pretty locked up over in China. You wouldn't be able to find any drugs. But I mean, drugs, it's like life. They find a way. People want them so badly. You can have the tightest regime. People will figure out a way to get fucked up. Some people will cut off their oxygen supply to get a little buzz on. So Chinese teens, don't do drugs. Anybody, don't do drugs. But if you're doing them, be cool about it, be responsible, and don't do anything crazy. And when I say drugs, I mean normal drugs, nothing crazy. I guess I did some shit that wasn't normal, but that was me, and I was dumb, and I learned from that, and I don't do it anymore. Kids who are listening right now, don't do it. And if you're in China listening to this podcast and you're a teen, hey, don't turn to mind-numbing drugs. Go out and get involved in the community. Get high off of helping people. A Montana man killed 8 relatives, including 4 kids, at Sunday dinner, a family spokesperson says. There is a lot more people with the ability to murder their entire families than I would have thought. This is a very familiar headline. Man at family gathering kills everybody, kills himself, and I can't help but think it all seems very unnecessary. You could have just not done that and moved to another town and just be, I don't talk to my family anymore. Be estranged. Everybody loves the estranged. Somebody that doesn't talk to their family, I find them fascinating. But somebody who's killed their whole family, no, I don't. I don't want to talk to that dude at all. Well, they usually kill themselves too, which I wonder if that is the plan from the beginning, where they get done killing everybody and then they realize, oh shit, this is a real pickle. I got to kill myself to get out of this. It wasn't the plan. We'll never know because they're dead. And they don't leave notes, I don't think, these people ever. I mean, leave a note at least. Explain some things. Meta reaches $16.68 billion settlement over social media harms to children. Well, that's great. They'll just keep doing that, though. And how about the harms to adults? How many people's parents got sucked into the Facebook meme bullshit? Not my parents. They're all right. Well, my father's no longer alive, but my parents were never like caught up in Facebook memes, Fox News, like bullshit. They're like normal people, not as left leaning as me, but I wouldn't expect that from my parents. Just straight up old Democrat is the most you can ask for from parents. A lot of parents, they got sucked up into that Facebook shit, and Meta should have to pay for all the parents they ruined. And Fox News. There should be a class action lawsuit against Fox News for ruining parents. And they know they're ruining parents. They've ruined like 2 generations of parents already. California couple confronts their surrogate in Texas court as dispute over newborn escalates. This is a crazy story. The rogue surrogate, they wanted her to have an abortion because the baby had a defect. She didn't have the abortion. Now the baby's born. She wants to keep the baby, and it's got this heart defect, needs operations, and they're trying to get the baby even though they didn't want the baby, and they're in Texas now because the surrogate flew there knowing that Texas has crazy restrictive, like no abortions allowed in Texas. So now this California couple's got to go to Texas and go to court with lawyers that wear cowboy hats. I'm not even 100% on the parent's side. I kind of like a rogue surrogate. I shouldn't. I've known people who have had children via surrogate, and if they had a rogue surrogate, I'd feel very bad for them. But it's got to happen every once in a while. You got to know when you're getting into the surrogate system. You might end up with somebody who's a runner. If I was putting money down on this, I'd put it on the surrogate, though. I think the surrogate's walking away with this baby.